David Gilmore. I'm the United States Ambassador to Equatorial Guinea, and I've been here since 2022. The U.S. Embassy works very closely with KOSMOS Energy and other American companies here in Equatorial Guinea. And one of the key priorities for the Embassy here is economic prosperity and promoting economic growth. And we know that prosperity is created through investment and creating jobs. And so that's a priority for us to work with Equatorial Guinea to grow its economy and to foster trade and investment between our two countries. Well, I think a key element to prosperity is the development of human capital. What we see around the world is that the countries that are the most advanced economically are the ones that make the most investment in human capital. That's specifically in education and healthcare. And so I think what's unique here in Equatorial Guinea with the American companies that we work with is the fact that they have made tremendous investments in education and developing their people and serving the community. And that's something that's very positive, and to the point where over the years that the American companies have been here, they've developed expertise in their employees at a very high level, to the point where Equatorial Guinea can now actually export talent around the world. And Equatorial Guineans are traveling to the United States, they're traveling to other countries to work in the oil and gas sector, really at a world-class standard. And so I think that tremendous contribution by American companies here to building human capacity and leaving that legacy behind is a very important and unique aspect.
KOSMOS Energy is E&P, which is Exploration and Production Company. And actually, our presence in Equatorial Guinea kind of goes back in 1997, because KOSMOS Energy used to be called in the past Triton Energy. And Triton Energy is the original founder of Ceiba and Okume fields out of Rio Muni Basin. What is KOSMOS? KOSMOS in Equatorial Guinea have two different affiliates. One is KOSMOS Equatorial Guinea, and the other one is KOSMOS Equatorial Guinea Incorporated. The incorporated one is in partnership with Triton in a producing field, and the other entity is responsible on developing the exploration around the adjacent area of the existing Block G and the frontier exploration opportunity. Then, because KOSMOS, it's an independent company, very small company, so what we used to be doing so well is exploration. So we are good in unlocking all discoveries. So we decided to sell that asset and focus in different other areas. So in 2001, we walked away from Equatorial Guinea and get concentrated in other regions like Ghana and other opportunities.
I am involved in the planning and in the delivery of the CSR project. For example, we work with the Ministry of Mine and Hydrocarbon. We coordinate with them whenever we're going to deliver a CSR work. So mainly in the activity like organization, the handover are mainly one of my tasks. And being proud, which one is proud? I would say I'm proud of all the CSR activity KOSMOS have developed since in EG, like the construction of school. The first one I was involved in was the delivery of the fishing material to the community of Anobon, which was amazing. In the construction of the Banei school, our CM, VP, all of us employees was going there to work with the community in terms of helping them with construction. In the days that sometimes we close the office, all of us to go and follow up and assist in anything they need there.
KOSMOS philosophy is actually to develop local talent in all of the offices they operate. So across KOSMOS operation in different countries in Africa, you will see that the office is employed or is run by local personnel. So they do really give a great amount of trust to the local talents. And if they need further development, like in my case, or they need improvement, or they want to take their careers to new heights, the company is there to go with you step by step to achieve that. And in that sense, there's really no need for those expert positions, because you go to every KOSMOS office, you go to Ghana office, Senegal, and other countries, you will find local personnel. You won't find any expert from the head office leading on of the position. Like an example of that is maybe in an USinEG office and leading the finance and accounting department. This is a critical department that you don't see many companies entrusting local personnel. And also I can certainly say that KOSMOS is probably the first company to appoint an USinEG national to occupy the position as a VP, as a country manager in USinEG. After that, we have seen that kind of shift within the industry, other companies following in the steps. The philosophy the company already applies in developing and in giving great amount of support to the local personnel is testament of a better way to tackle that expectation instead of sending us abroad, developing them to take care of the business in country.
So in 2018, we came back with the government of EG, and then we signed 4 different exploration blocks. And those blocks were Block W, Block S, EG21, and EG24.
I am motivated for many things as employee of KOSMOS, and but I will just go in the way they use inclusion in employees, because they listen to employees, they consider your say, and that make you to feel like I am part of this project, I am part of this family, I am part of this company. So everybody is included in every plan, in every strategy, and also they make it the way that as many of employees of KOSMOS are diverse. We have a diverse company where you see people from Asian, people from different countries, but the way they include everybody to feel part of the organization is what that make me proud and motivate and willing to remain with the company hopefully long.
The other project that we've been involved, and I'm really proud that KOSMOS was able to help. It wasn't part of our CSR obligation. It was a project that KOSMOS decided to do on its own, and it was a project that we call the hunger relief. Across all our offices, we destinate a couple of funds to help combat post-COVID hunger issue that some communities were facing. And in KOSMOS EG, we destinate those funds to help feed in the elderly at the social dining rooms that Anacosta Foundation is running. And this is a demographic group of people that is always kind of forgotten, because we tend to have the cultures like our elders, our grandparents, our oldest parents, we take care of them, but we forget like the society is evolving in a way that a lot of time this group of people, they don't have kids, they don't have children, or they don't have relatives that can take care of it. So I do really admire the work that Anacosta is doing in terms of providing them at least 3 meals a day, so they can make sure they are well fed. And KOSMOS was able to, for 3 continuous years, provide them monthly supplies of food to keep on the progress, and so for them to be able to accommodate more of this demographic group of people. All of the projects, they have been great. They have been something that I'm profound. I'm excited to be part of, and I'm happy that we're doing for our communities. We are bettering the life of communities, but those 2 projects, they really impacted me, and they were really significant for me because of what they were doing.
I'm going to highlight one project which is really, really very important for me and important for Equatorial Guinea. This specific project doesn't have to do with the exploration obligation that we have. It has to do with the blockchain, which is the PRODEGE. Many of you may have heard about PRODEGE. PRODEGE was a real astonishing program where we make the reform of the secondary and the primary education in Equatorial Guinea. The community of Anovon is living out of a fishing activity, so we provided 30 units of them. We provided them with all the fishing tools, a freezing unit, a big generator. We did the handover of this equipment during the COVID time. I'm proud to be Equatorial Guinea, and I am very proud to be able to collaborate and contribute for the benefit of the company and for the benefit of the country.
Well, this year, 2026, of course, is the 250th anniversary of American independence. And so, of course, it's a time for us to reflect on our history of our country. And I think it's also an opportune moment to reflect on the history of the United States here in Equatorial Guinea, and to reflect on the legacy of the companies that we work with and the impact that they've had. And I think for me, what's so interesting is this legacy that these companies are leaving behind, that you don't see that everywhere in the world. And I think you definitely don't see that with some other countries who come and invest. Quite often foreign investors will come and they'll sell products and services, and sometimes they'll bring their own workers to do a project and then their workers will leave. But I think what's unique here, what we see with KOSMOS Energy and with the other American companies here, is that they've come and they've made those investments, they're doing business, they're selling products and services and investing, but they're also making lasting changes in the community, investing in the community, investing in the people, in a way that will have a very long-lasting impact. And so as Equatorial Guinea goes and looks forward to its reflecting on its history in the future, that's one thing that people will look back and see that tremendous impact. As an American citizen and as the representative of the United States government, I'm very proud of the work that the American companies have done here, and the impact that they've had, the changes they've made in people's lives in the community, that will have an impact for many, many years to come, and are very positive.